Okay, so let us continue with the video number 2 ng solving quadratic equation by extracting of square root. So, last time, ipakita tayo ng example, dalawang example. So, we will continue with example number 3 here. Okay, so balikan natin yung concept, the square root principle. So, if x squared is equal to c, to remove the squares sa x, you have to take the square, positive and negative square root of the other side. Okay, so yan lang ang square root principle. So let us continue with number 3. Quadratic equation 4m squared minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, so remove muna natin yung constant na negative 9 sa left side ng equation. So kunin natin yung additive inverse niya is positive 9. So let's add 9 to both sides of the equation with the application of the addition property of equality. So this will become 0 now. On the right side is 9. So we have now 4m squared equals to 9. Notice meron pa tayong numerical coefficient ng m squared na 4. So we divide 4 to both sides of the equation. 4m squared divided by 4 equals to 9 divided by 4. So kapag nag-multiply tayo sa both sides ng equation or nagdi-divide tayo, we're applying the multiplication property of equality. Okay, so 4 divided by 4 is 1. So 1m squared is the same as m squared na lang. And then sa right side ng equation yung 9 over 4, hindi mo naman ma-divide ng eksakto yung 9 ng 4. So as is na lang muna siya. Okay, so we have now m squared is equal to 9 over 4. So to remove the square sa m, we apply the square root principle. Okay, so meron tayong m now is equal to the positive negative square root of 9/4. Okay, so 9 is a perfect square, likewise yung 4. So we can apply the quotient property of square roots. You can separate them into two radicals. So meron tayong m is equal to positive negative square root of 9 over square root of 4. So finally we have m equals to positive negative 3 halves, or we can separate them into two. M is equal to 3 halves and the other one is m equals negative 3 halves. Okay? So, ganun lang yan. So, example number 4. 2x squared minus 35 equals to negative 3. So, pareho lang nung, halos parehas lang nung kanina, meron lang negative 3 sa right side ng equation. So, we remove the negative 35 first sa left side. So, lagay natin siya sa right side. So, additive inverse ng negative 35 is positive 35. So, we add 35 to both sides of the equation. Nag-apply tayo ng APE. Okay? So, this will become 0. Yung negative 35 plus 35 will become 0. And yung sa right side naman, addition, different sign. So, sinusubtract ang number and then bigger number ang ginagamit na sign. So, that will be 32. So, 2x squared now will be equal to 32. So, meron pa tayong 2 na numerical coefficient ng x squared. So, we divide 2 to both sides of the equation. Okay, so 2x squared now divided by 2 is equal to 32 divided by 2. We apply the MPE, or the multiplication property of equality. So, 2 divided by 2 will be 1, or x squared na lang. So, 32 divided by 2 is equal to 16. So, x squared now is equal to 16. So, to remove the square sa x, we can apply again the square root principle. So, x now is equal to the positive negative square root of 16. Okay, so, sana nakakasunod na. So, x now, ang square root ng 16 will be 4, positive negative 4. Or, x is equal to 4, and x is equal to negative 4. Okay, let us go now to the last. Okay, so let us go now to the last example. So, meron tayong isang quadratic equation dito na wherein yung left side of the equation is a square of binomial and then may constant tayo sa right side. Okay, gaya ng binanggit ko dun sa first video, kapag meron tayong square of binomial sa left side, may constant tayo sa right side ng equation, we can use the extracting of square roots. Okay, so para mawala yung square dun sa x minus 2, you take the square root of 100. Okay, so square root principle, x minus 2 is equal to positive and negative square root of 100. And 100 is a perfect square. So x minus 2 now is equal to positive and negative 10. You notice meron pa tayong negative 2 sa left side ng equation. And may positive and negative 10 pa tayo. Okay, so we have to solve for two solutions here. Yung x minus 2 is equal to 10, and then on the right side, x minus 2 equals to negative 10. Okay, unahin natin yung left side. So, x minus 2 equals to 10, so additive inverse ng negative 2 is positive 2. So, add tayo ng 2 to both sides of the equation by the application of the addition property of equality. So, this will become 0 now. On the right side is 12. So, first solution natin or first root natin will be x is equal to 12. Punta naman tayo sa right side ng equation. Sa right side, I mean. So, x minus 2 is equal to negative 10. So, again, the additive inverse of negative 2 is positive 2. So, add tayo ng positive 2 both sides of the equation. Nag-APE ulit tayo. Okay, so this will be 0 again. And negative 10 plus 2, addition yan, different sign. Subtract the numbers and copy the sign of the bigger absolute value. So, this will be negative 8. So, another solution will be x equals to negative 8. Okay, the roots now are 12 and negative 8. Okay, so that's it. So, ganyan lang kadali ang application ng square root principle. So, finding or solving quadratic equation by extracting of square roots. So, kapag walang linear term, you can apply the square root principle. And also, kapag katulad na itong example number 5, meron tayong square of binomial sa left side, tapos may constant tayo sa right side, we can apply also the square root principle. Okay, so hope you learned something from this video. Thank you.